What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, actually, please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rema Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe, and y'all, we gotta discuss something, man. We gotta discuss something that I'm not even gonna say is gonna become a problem. I think that the problem has already here, and it's been here for a very long time. What do I mean by that? Take a look at your screen. PS5 Exec doesn't want to see gaming's future dominated by live service games, calls them boring. In quotation. PlayStation boss Shuhei Yoshida wants the gaming industry to continue to chase its creative dreams. Now let's speak on it here. Now we got an article here that's going to further give us details on what he is talking about, alright? And of course, you know Rage is going to react, alright? So let's get into it. Although PlayStation is in the midst of a big push into live service games, one executive with the company doesn't want to see the games industry become too homogeneous. Please do not counsel me for that. That is the word they're using, and I don't even think you can be offended by that. If you are, I am sorry. Speaking to The Guardian, PlayStation boss Shuhei Yoshida explained that the talent of the game developers is what drives the industry forward. But he did admit that seeing the best-selling games list dominated by live service titles would be boring for him. And you would be correct, sir. To be honest, I'm even shocked to even hear anybody at PlayStation even say something like that. You understand what I'm saying? That's like a revelation in gaming, is it not? Because it's almost like what creators like me and, you know, the ones that, you know, only get to hit a certain height before you got to get knocked back down just to get higher than that. It's almost like what we've been saying this entire time has been true. And there's just simply no denying it anymore. Hold that thought. Let's continue, because we're going to come back to that. Pause. The games industry will never cease to be a fun place. The industry keeps growing and growing, and I hope it keeps supporting and chasing creative ideas and people who try to work on new things. You don't want to see the top 10. You don't want to see the top 10 games every year being almost the same. All games becoming service games. Yoshida said. That would be a bit boring for me, as it has been for the fans for quite some time, sir. First time? Sony has an ambitious goal to launch 12 live service games by 2025, and it recently acquired developer Firewalk Studios from its previous parent company, Probably Monsters Incorporated. Firewalk has worked on Call of Duty, Destiny, Apex Legends, Halo, and other titles since it was formed in 2018. Sony says that Firewalk will help it realize its live service goals alongside other studios working on these projects, including Bungie and Haven Interactive Studios. At the same time, Sony is still working on the prestige single-player games that helped define the PlayStation brand during the 2010s, essentially giving fans of PlayStation the option to have their cake and eat it as they're giving more choices. Sony also has several projects in development, and as Yoshida explained in the interview, the company cancels so many games as it experiments with and then evaluates different concepts. Sorry, I got lost right there. I do apologize for that. For the rest of 2023, PS5 has a big year ahead of it. Horizon Forbidden West's massive Burning Shores expansion is now available. Final Fantasy XVI launches for PlayStation 5 on June 22nd, and Marvel Spider-Man 2 is rumored to release in September. That is a big slate of games, people. Big slate of games. And that is the end of the article. Now, I will say this, sir. I will say this. And this is no disrespect to you. This is just me letting you know what's up, sir. Mr. Yoshida, hate to be the one to break it to you, but the future that you are fearing and it just being primarily a live service based industry with video games is not the future, sir. That's the now. That's what's been going on for almost the past decade. You understand what I'm saying? Now, granted, you have the games that you know, you got your single player games here and there. You got your games like God of War, you got your Spider-Mans, you got the attempt that was Marvel's Avengers, but that ended up just being a poor live service game in itself. So you have your few and far in between games there, but sir, like, That's not the future. That's what we've been living at as game players and content creators for the past almost decade now. That's just, it's like ever since, I call it the Fortnite era. Ever since Fortnite hit, that's just what it's been. Live service, live service, live service. Anytime you have, and I consider it this, and this is just my opinion, this is just me right here, this is just me saying this. This is not the technical definition for the people that's going to try to grammar Nazi me. This is just my opinion. I honestly think any game that you are required to have the internet on to play is considered a live service game. Any game that you got to download to a system and have patches and downloads and DLC and customer support, that to me qualifies as a live service game. You want to know why that is? Because I come from the game era of once you bought the game, the only thing customer service could do for you was try to refund you your money if it was broke, or you just had to buy another game. There wasn't no buying the game and then you got to download it on the system and then you got to wait 15 hours for it to download. Then you got to download the DLC. Then you got to download the soundtrack. Then you got to download the skins. Then you got to download the multiplayer. Then you got to download it wasn't none of that. You got the game. You bought that bitch. You put that bitch in. You hit X or A, whatever system you was playing on, and you got the plan. You played till your fingers was numb, or till your mama told your ass get your ass off and go clean your room, or go do some chores, or go touch some grass, or you was just a grown man and motherfucker told you to take your ass to work. That's just what it is. That's what this is right here, sir. This is not the future. Live service games being dominated in the video game industry, or dominating the video game industry, I should say, is not the future. It's the now. It's the what's been happening. All right. If y'all, and I agree with you, there should be more to it than just live service games. But y'all are only gonna go where the money takes you. You can have all the great intentions in the world with this, and I agree with your statement. But unfortunately, that's just what it is. Just a statement. All you got to do is turn on your Xbox, turn on your PlayStation. You're not playing a single game on any one of them that is past a PlayStation 4 and beyond, or that is an Xbox 360 and or excuse me, an Xbox One and beyond, without having internet. The future is not live service games, sir. We are in an entire live service video game era. In case you haven't noticed, it's been that way for a while. And if the money continues to take y'all that way, anyone with a brain that functions properly knows that that's exactly the way it's going to stay. I mean, it was nice of you to say this. Yeah, it's gonna be boring, but y'all are not gonna sit there and say y'all making money will ever be boring. No, I noticed you never said that. You never said, oh, well, making money from it wouldn't be boring. You just said making the game would be boring. Making the same type of games would be boring. Seeing the same type of games would be boring. And now you are seeing the gripes that people like me and gamers that actually know what gaming is have had a problem with y'all for so long now. Because y'all are literally making the same shit over and over and over again. Over and over again. It's not all in my head. I know that's not the lyrics, I'm just being silly. But you get it. This is what we've been telling y'all. This shit's boring because you're making the same thing over and over again. Been asking y'all to switch it up. Y'all don't, and you want to know why? Because the money takes you towards the live service gaming. Hence the reason why we are now currently and going into the future, going forward, as long as the money is there, going to be in what I call the live service era of gaming. And that's just what it is. But that's just my opinion, man. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this, man. Do y'all agree with him? Do y'all think the live service era game is boring? Do y'all think the future will be live service game? Or do y'all think, like me, much like the NWO, it's not in the future, it's already here. Right under your nose, you just got to open your eyes and see it. As long as y'all may respectful and logical, we can have a conversation. But that's the end of my video. Hope y'all enjoyed. It's been a pleasure making the figure, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Have a blessed one.